The wind on Zell 9 wasn't exactly air. It hissed through metallic canyons and scattered the fine crystal dust in whirlpools that shimmered under the twin suns. My ship, the Starblade, lay crumpled in a heap, its engine compartment twisted like taffy, its power cells leaking violet plasma. I stood staring at the wreckage, helmet off, trying not to scream. That's when I saw her. Barely 4 feet tall, skin like opalescent glass, and eyes the size of my fists, glowing a soft aquamarine. She stood maybe 10 meters away, arms at her sides, watching me like I was a misplaced artifact in a museum. My first thought was, she's a child. Then she blinked and said, "You are broken." Her voice was melodic, each syllable woven with a hum that resonated in my chest. I raised my hands cautiously. "I'm not dangerous." "You are broken," she repeated, stepping closer. "Your vessel is crying." I turned toward the ship. "Yeah, well, we both are." She tilted her head. "You require repair." "May I?" "May you what?" "Fix it." I blinked, then laughed once, a short, dry sound. "You can fix that." "I can try." Her fingers fluttered and a small spherical drone detached from her waist. It hovered near the wreckage, projecting a lattice of blue light across the damaged hull. I hesitated. Maybe she was native to this planet, some kind of engineer caste. Maybe this was a dream and I was dying from oxygen deprivation. "Go ahead," I said finally. "Try." She moved with alien precision, like a conductor orchestrating invisible symphonies. Tools sprouted from the cuffs of her sleeves. Plasma welders, nanospanners, cables that interfaced with the ship's systems. She didn't speak while she worked. She just hummed. I sat on a jagged rock nearby and watched. By the 3rd hour, she'd straightened the hull and sealed the plasma leaks. By the 6th, the engine was purring again. "You've done this before," I said, stunned. She didn't answer right away. Her head was buried inside the auxiliary conduit. "I was bred for patterning," she said. "Reconstruction. Machines like yours have symmetry. I like symmetry. What's your name?" She hesitated. "Your language does not contain it. You may call me Elin." "Elin." I repeated the name slowly. "I'm Captain Royce." She pulled out of the conduit, brushing dust off her tiny frame. "Hello, Captain Royce." That night, if you could call it that under constant sunlight, we shared nutrient rations beside the Starblade. She sat cross-legged, unbothered by the cold metal ground. "Where are your people?" I asked. "Gone. All of them." She nodded. "The mines dried. The storms came. Most left. I did not. I like quiet. I like machines. You've been alone this whole time." "I had drones." "Drones do not ask questions. You ask many." "Sorry." "I do not mind," she said. "You are not loud." Chuckled. "That's the first time anyone's told me that." Her expression was unreadable, but I swore I saw the edges of her mouth lift, just slightly. By the next morning, the Starblade was space-worthy again. She even upgraded the navigation suite and reinforced the hull. I stood beside the open hatch, stunned. "I don't know how to repay you." Elin turned to face me. "May I request something?" "Of course." She looked up. Her large eyes shimmered with the reflection of the rising suns. "Take me with you." And blinked. "You want to leave Zell 9? "Yes." "Why?" "I have seen every metal crack, every mineral vein. I have walked the canyons and mapped the stars from here. I want to see where your people go. I want to find other machines, other patterns, other quiets." "I'm a trader," I warned. "It's not always quiet. I take cargo, sometimes passengers. There's danger." She tilted her head. Then I will help you fix those dangers. I tried to find a reason to say no. But the truth was, I'd been alone too long. Elin was strange, sure, but in her silence and precision, I saw something rare. Purpose. All right, I said. But you'll need a seatbelt. We departed Zell 9 with a gentle roar, the star blade climbing into the stars like it was reborn. Elin watched silently from the co-pilot's seat, eyes flicking over controls like she was memorizing every wire. Our first stop was a fueling station orbiting Yarthus Prime. She didn't speak much, but when the fueling rig jammed, she slithered into the intake pipe and had it working within minutes. You keep doing that, I said as we lifted off, and you're going to put me out of a job. You keep speaking, she replied, and we won't get lost. Weeks passed. We drifted from system to system, hauling ore from Dralax to Vanta's Edge, delivering medicine to the floating domes of Orithar. Elin learned fast. She built small bots that cleaned the ship, calibrated the sensors, even brewed something vaguely resembling coffee. She didn't sleep much. She didn't seem to need to. But sometimes, late in the cycle, I'd catch her standing at the viewport, watching the stars like she was trying to stitch them into a map only she understood. You ever get homesick? I asked her once. She didn't answer at first. There are no homes left to be sick for, she said finally. One day we were ambushed in the asteroid ring of Vexor 7. 3 pirate ships, fast and hungry, fell in behind us. They've locked on, I shouted. We can't outrun them. Elin didn't panic. She slid into the engineering bay and interfaced with the core systems, rerouting power from life support to shields. You will need to hold your breath for 63 seconds. What? Trust me. I did. Had to. The lights dimmed. Oxygen vents sealed. I held my breath as the starblade became a glowing arrow of blue flame. We punched through a narrow fissure in the asteroid belt, skimming rocks with less than a meter to spare. The pirates turned back. I collapsed into the pilot's seat, coughing. That was insane. She returned calmly to her chair. I calculated the angles. You nearly killed us. But I did not. I stared at her and laughed. It was some time after that, somewhere between a delivery to the Flaren colonies and a trade run to the moon of Red Echoes, that I realized I didn't think of her as alien anymore. She was crew. She was home. And one day, while running diagnostics on the ship's core, she turned to me and said, I want to stay. You already are staying. No, she said gently. I mean, forever. Froze. She looked down. You will grow old. I will not. Your life is a blink. Mine is longer. But I would like to stay even after you are gone. I will keep the ship running. I will remember the maps we made. I will travel. Elin, I do not want another quiet. I want this quiet. I felt something tighten in my chest. Not pain. Something deeper. More permanent. Then stay, I said. Stay until the stars die out. Years passed. We crossed into sectors that had never seen human vessels. We dodged war zones, outtrans and flars, found laughter in vacuum and warmth in metal walls. Elin never aged. Her skin still shimmered like crystal. Her voice remained soft, her hands steady. I, on the other hand, grayed, glowed. But I didn't fear it. Because Elin was there. My co-pilot, my engineer, my odd 4-foot companion with eyes like oceans. One night, as I sat reading an old Earth novel in the crew lounge, she entered quietly and placed something beside me. It was a small metal cube, engraved with intricate patterns.